This is trial and error. Trial and error, you know what? This ain't the first tape, but need money about to ace it now. This is a story all about how my report got flipped upside down. You're all in Warrior, just sit right there. I'll tell you the story, how we got on the air. In the seacoast, born and raised, the wall is where we spend most of our days. Chilling out, surfing, relaxing all cool, shooting some b-ball with the bull. When a couple of seniors who were up to no good started shot-McGowan in our neighborhood. I got one ISS and my mama got scared. She said, you're moving to the school show live, on air. I whistled for D-Rob, and when he came near, he looked super fresh and washed away my fear. If anything, I could say this guy was cooler than me, but I thought, nah, forget it. Yo, Holmes, to WHTV. I pulled up to A111 about 7 or 8 and yelled, D-Rob, you'll smell you later. I looked at the studio, could finally see we were all gonna produce WHTV.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back to another wild episode of WHTV. I'm Carter, and next to me is my partner, Matt.
Glad to be back, Carter. What is that on your head?
Well, it's my hair case, you jackrabbit son of a...
Why are you wearing a cowboy hat, you Yankee?
Suppose I just want to leave this town, go westward, explore the unknowns.
Oh, you mean kind of like your sister Kendall Havey's doing?
What, in tarnation?
Yeah, her post-graduation plans are different from most. Check it out.
But who's going to watch over the cattle?
What are your plans after high school? Go to college, take a year off, maybe drive 9,000 miles across the country? Well, I interviewed one of our very own seniors who was doing just that.
Hi, my name's Kendall Havey, and next year I'm taking a gap year to live in my van and travel across the country. So I was, just like online, and I saw a video on YouTube of another couple who was living in their van and traveling across the country, and I thought it was super cool. So then I was just researching it a little bit more and found out that it's actually there's big community of people who do this, and I just thought it was so cool and felt like I had to do that myself. So after looking online for a while, I found this van, and it was at a really good price. It was $6,500. The van is already renovated, and with that comes a bed with storage underneath, a little kitchen area. There are also solar panels on the top which charge a battery, which will be used for running all my electronics and everything, including like my phone and computer and stuff, as well as the stove top and the cooler, and there are LED lights on the inside which are charged from the solar panel as well. So I'm planning on traveling to a lot of different states. The biggest place I'm planning on going to, which is my first big destination, is Alaska, and to get there I'm planning on going through the northern states and then going through Canada to get to Alaska, and after that I plan on going to Northern California, and then Arizona, Utah, Colorado, New Mexico. Yeah, I'm expecting to learn a lot. I'm hoping that I become a lot more responsible than I am now, which I feel for anyone who's living alone, that would come from that. I'm hoping to have a new perspective on the world a little bit, just because I've lived in New Hampshire my whole life. I'm not setting a super strong schedule for myself because I really just want to enjoy all the things that each place has to offer and take as long to do so as I need.
Kendall still has a few months until her travel across the country. She heads north in August. If you see her in the halls, wish her good luck. Well, Winnicott, that's all I have for you. Have a great day.
Wow, she's sure a tough cookie, a lone ranger, if you will.
That's just a Havey way, chap. Born and raised like outlaws. Yeah!
So you're gonna join her on her travels?
Do you got a snake in your boot? Did you see that mattress? Way too stiff. More of a Bolopita kind of guy myself.
We were just out of luck, because there was a mattress sale just the other day.
Well, that's a shot of canned corned beef.
Yeah. Amanda Heinzelman and Alyssa Sestone did a story on it, and it's rootin' toot.
No! I make the Western references. Roll the tape.
On April 14th, the class of 2020 held their annual unique fundraiser, the mattress sale. It was the 4th annual mattress sale run by class advisors Mrs. Garan and Ms. Turcott. The fundraiser, held in the cafeteria this year, allowed people from around the community to buy discounted mattresses and pillows to support the class of 2020. Last year, the fundraiser made the class about $5,500, which will be used towards their prom next year. We spoke with Mrs. Grand and Miss Turcott to find out more about the sale.
The mattress sale is we set up our dining hall as a mattress showroom, and people come in and get a chance to try out mattresses and pillows and find which one will be their best night's sleep.
The benefits of this type of fundraiser for the class are a number of things. First of all, you have to sell a lot of Cokes at the football game to raise what we can raise here in about 7 hours. And then secondly, we're improving people's lives by providing enhanced sleep. That you can buy a mattress anywhere, we get that. We're going to try to sell you a better night's sleep. So it's a team effort in that it requires the contributions from you, the students, and it requires contributions from faculty, and it requires contributions from the parents that are supporting the program. And with the help that you guys provide, it makes it easy for us to come in here and make some money for you.
We also spoke with the 2020 class president, Jack Taylor, and the class vice president, Alyssa Sestone, to find out how the fundraiser benefits the class and what it means for the students.
Well, it's really simple. So we get really good profit margins as a class for each mattress sold. And so the more mattresses we sell, the more money that our class raises for events such as senior banquet, prom, senior gifts, etc.
So our advisors, they decide to do the fundraiser, and then we contact the company, and they come and they set up and they do everything. Basically all we have to do is pretty much show up and let people know that it's happening.
We want to have a good prom and a good future for our class, so we really need to be fundraising, and doing something like the mattress sale can really bring in money for our class.
The mattress sale was a great success for the class, making them more money to use for their junior prom next year. Everyone who attended, students, teachers, and people from the community, had a great time and enjoyed a relaxing day trying out mattresses. For WHTV, this is Alyssa and Amanda.
Wow, some real bargains there. What a great idea. We would always come up with ways to benefit one another.
Sure is. Just like the systematic coercion of Eastern European ideals onto the indigenous people of America.
No, not exactly. I was thinking the walkout. On April 20th at 10 a.m., students flooded the track for a walkout after it was canceled on March 14th. Orchestrated by Tanner Valhouli and Michaela Maloney, students walked around the track for 17 minutes in honor of the 17 victims of the February 14th Parkland, Florida shooting. Around the country, students walked out on April 20th to protest gun violence. However, instead of dividing the students based on their views, Tanner and Michaela's approach was non-political, in order to bring the students together in a time of unity and remembrance.
What a great cause led by some mighty fine students. Those are the kind of people I want to be a tween when I'm hightailing into the setting sun.
Agreed, I think. It's always a good way to challenge status quo and do something new.
You mean like an outlaw?
Sure. If that's the case, then the boys volleyball team are the most wanted Rangers in Winnicott territory. Zach Warehouse and I cut up with the new team to see how the season's going.
All right, so me and Matt are here at the boys volleyball practice at the Rim Sports Complex in Hampton, and they look pretty good. I mean, they're 1-3 on the year, but it's a relatively new team since this is the first year the program's been in existence at Winnicott.
Yeah, it's super exciting to see the guys out here. The program just started, so there's a lot to look forward to in the future. The season's still going on, so looking for your support Winnicott as the season progresses.
This year at Winnicott, there have been many additions to the usual layout for sports. Cross-country skiing, bowling, and boys volleyball were the new teams added. Let's take a look at the boys volleyball team. When they aren't playing a game, the boys volleyball team can be seen practicing during the week at the Rim in Hampton. Captain Wesley Falzarano remarked on how the season has been going during one of their practices.
Basically Jack Shockey and Ben Allen for sure. They said, we're doing it for fun, not really, well, we're going out there to win, don't worry, but, it's more fun for sure. I like beach volleyball, Practices are kind of laid back. I mean, I got a little sweat going. Games actually pretty intense, so come out, see the smacking.
Anticipating to see how this team would perform when it was game time, we attended their matchup at home versus Pinkerton. In the end, Pinkerton came out on top, winning the first 3 sets, but there was nothing to be discouraged about. The team played together, and it definitely seemed like they had a fun time playing. Volleyball is nothing new to head coach Margaret Allen. She coaches girls volleyball in the fall. Here's what she had to say during the post-game interview.
Boys volleyball was one of the most popular choices, so it was the students that made it happen. I've wanted to be a head coach for a while, but I wanted to also start a brand new program, and so that was the most interesting part of it, was to take something from nothing and not have any history to it and sort of create it, and just be to be at the grassroots level of starting it. It was really exciting to me. I think they're doing fantastic. We have a lot of really great athletes on the team. They're all really good athletes, but this is a highly technical, skilled game with a high level of hand-eye coordination, and so teaching them something brand new when they're already over 6 feet tall and they've played so many different sports is difficult, because they only know PE volleyball, which is very different than what we're doing right now.
Well, I knew I wanted to try something new this spring. I've played baseball and track in the past, and it seemed like a fun opportunity. So, I've had a great time so far.
The boys volleyball team is definitely a fresh and exciting change to the spring sports lineup. So come on to some home games and see what they can accomplish for this season and years to come. For WHTV, Matt and Zach.
Old pie! What a rowdy bunch of rascals.
Speaking of a rowdy bunch, the school has some elite Fortnite players. Zach Waterhouse and I conducted some research on everyone's favorite game, Fortnite. More specifically, the best players from the school. After viewing all of your submitted stats, we found the top 5 players. At number 5, Caleb Tyrell. Number 4, Tate Cooper. Number 3, Zach Cloderis. Number 2, Parker Kirby. And rounding out at number 1, Cam Strickell. Thank you to everyone for your submissions.
Those suckers seem good, but they wouldn't be able to handle my quick draw.
All right, I've had it with these stupid cowboy references. You dug us so deep in our old Western lingo that we can't even segue to our last story.
There's no place round fire for a quitter's blanket, Matt.
What does that even mean? You know what? Forget it. Alan Braxton did a story on Star Wars on May the 4th. Just play it.
In a galaxy far, far away, 2 bounty hunters set out to restore balance to the Force. Ever since the 1977 release of Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, fans have fallen in love with the acclaimed sci-fi series. Star Wars became an instant classic after it grossed $35 million on opening weekend and cleaned up at the Oscars with 6 wins later that year. May the 4th be with you began as a pun among fans and slowly grew into a full-on holiday. The earliest known reference to the pun came from author Alan Arnold, who was documenting the making of the movie for Lucasfilm. Although the holiday came from more grassroots origins, it is accepted by all as the true Star Wars Day. In the spirit of the Jedi Council, we hit the halls to see if you guys are one with the Force.
Excuse me. The odds, Han Solo or Luke Skywalker, who's better?
I got my boy Luke, no doubt.
Don't tell me the odds.
Howdy.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
Obi-Wan or Qui-Gon Jinn?
Obi-Wan for sure.
There's always a bigger fish. Madam, Count Dooku or Darth Maul, who's the better Sith?
What?
Count Dooku.
Count Dooku, he knows what he's talking about. Excuse me, Cloud City or the Dagobah system? Where are you going, Cloud City or Dagobah system?
I don't know what those are.
R2 set coordinates to the Dagobah system. Excuse me, guys. Hey, TIE Fighter or X-Wing?
X-Wing.
X-Wing. Luke, we're going to the Death Star. Excuse me, guys. Anakin Skywalker or Luke Skywalker? Who's the better Skywalker?
I don't know any of them.
She doesn't know anyone. I sense a disturbance in the Force. Excuse me. What's the better Death Star, 1 or 2?
I have no idea.
No idea. I find your lack of faith disturbing. Excuse me. Is the Millennium Falcon fast or not?
Yeah.
12 parsecs says otherwise. Excuse me. Yes. Is Yoda wise or washed up? Yoda. Wise. He needs to anger and angrily say yelling at people in the halls. Excuse me. C-3PO or R2-D2?
Neither.
Neither. Who's gonna close the trash compactors on the detention level? This was the WHTV segment you're looking for. All puns aside, Winnicott, hope you brush up on that film buff knowledge, and may the Force be with you.
Well, that's all we got for you today. Hope you enjoyed the program, folks.